Have you noticed that there is a big difference between the way English is written and how it is spoken? If you're listening to this, then you have learned English. But if you did not learn it in the UK or Australia or the US, you may not have picked up the secret little rules that make native speakers sound natural when they speak. My name is Grace, and in this video, we're going to look at 5 different ways you can improve your fluency so that you can sound more natural. 5 fluency rules. Tip 1. Linking. Look at this example. It's one thing to read it, "How are you?" But it's another thing to say it fluently, to link the words together. How are you? Or take this example. This is my friend Annie. What's going on here? We don't actually say, "This is my friend Annie." What we do is this. This is my friend Annie. These are examples of linking. When we are speaking naturally, if one word ends in a consonant sound, like v as in live, and the next word starts with a vowel like I as in, then we link the sounds together. Look at this sentence. I live in England. This is how it's written, but we don't say it like that. When we say it, we link the v sound with the I sound. If we were to write this sentence like how we would actually say it, it would look like this. I live in England. Where do you live? Do you live in India? Or do you live in Nigeria? I live in Australia. Weird. Okay, let's look at the next rule. Tip 2, adding. Okay, listen to this sentence and try to hear the sound that appears. This is so interesting. Did you hear the new sound that appeared? It wasn't written down. You certainly couldn't see it in writing. This is called adding. Let's take another look at it. Here, the first word ends in an O sound, so, and the next word starts with a vowel sound, E. Interesting. When we say the O sound together with the E sound, a W sound comes out of nowhere in between the two words. This is so interesting. Words ending in the sounds oo, ow, and O all follow this pattern. Let's take a look at another example. It has blue eyes. Did you hear the appearance of the W sound again? It has blue eyes. Now, if you want to improve your speaking skills so you can sound a la natural, you should check out www.e2school.com. You can enroll in our Speaking Lab pronunciation training courses on E2School. These courses will help you to sound like an advanced English speaker in no time. They even come with live classes taught by expert teachers. Okay, let's take a look at rule number 3, how we delete sounds. Weird. Tip 3, deleting. So there are 3 sounds in English that we often delete when speaking. Let's take a look at them. Look at these 3 sounds, t, d, and h. Now look at these 3 sentences. You and me. It must be. I saw him. We rarely, if ever, say the t, d, or h sound when speaking naturally. Listen carefully to these sentences. Can you hear the t, d, or h sounds? You and me, it must be, I saw him. So sometimes when we speak, especially when we speak quickly, some sounds simply disappear. Let's now take a look at rule number 4. Tip 4, changing. Hey, so what you doing this weekend? Did you do anything last weekend? These are 2 very common questions, but the way that I say them is entirely different to the way that I write them. We actually change the words almost entirely when we say them. Let's look at those questions again. What are you doing this weekend? What you doing this weekend? In this example, because what ends in a t sound, we delete the word are completely. And the next word you starts with a y sound, we change the sound to ch, whatcha. Did you do anything last weekend? Did you do anything last weekend? In this example, did you becomes Didjya. When the d sound meets the y sound, it makes a j sound. Okay, by now you're thinking, what? But don't worry, you need to be lazy to be good at English pronunciation. Fluent speakers of English want to do the least amount of work necessary to say something. And if 2 sounds are difficult together, we like to change them, link them, or add another sound in between. So let's relax, it's all good, you'll probably do this anyway. Let's check out the final rule. Ready? Tip 5, combining. Hey, can I ask you a question? Do you have a good social life? A good social life? We have another rule happening here. Let's take a look at how when two of the same or similar sounds come together, we merge them or combine them into one sound only. So I asked you, how's your social life? And because the word social ends in a L sound and the word life starts with the L sound, I just say social life. I actually combine the two L sounds into one. This rule is not just when the exact same sounds are side by side, but also when similar sounds appear next to each other as well. For example, take a look at this delicious healthy meal. What is this thing? It's a hot dog, right? Because the T and the D are so similar and they're right next to each other, we drop the first T sound and just go with the D sound, and we say hot dog. We never actually say hot dog. That would be strange. So now that you're aware of these 5 fluency rules, you can begin to hear them everywhere you go, and hopefully improve your listening skills. Sometimes we expect to hear what we would see written down, but as we're beginning to learn, there are big differences between the written and the spoken. So knowing these rules can really help you to understand what English speakers are saying, especially when they're speaking quickly. Remember that if you need more help with speaking, join E2 School and check out the Speaking Lab pronunciation courses. My name is Grace, and I'll see you soon.